I'm not even sure that the turnover, like the staff turnover, is even done yet.
No.
Like if you look at like last year and how we were like, oh God, special teams, we're going to keep the same guy. We're going to keep Mike again for another year. And then I see a lot of people in our groups, you know, just in the like media articles and stuff like that, questioning like the wide receiver coach.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you think about some outside of, let's say, Amari Cooper, right? There hasn't been a lot of progression from any really buddy.
DPJ was on the way up for a minute.
But I was going to say, but then it was just right back to like non-utilization. Like
it's one of those things. Yeah. I mean, like we were all excited for David Bell when he got drafted.
Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
Was another guy that we were like, holy crap. Like,
I know Anthony Schwartz. I don't know if anybody'd make him look good.
Josh always says Cedric Tillman, you know, he's been kind of disappointed with the development that he's had. I mean, were
you really disappointed with Cedric Tillman?
I think for what they, one, invested in him, and then two, to move DPJ at the trade deadline because they had faith in Cedric. I don't feel like he stepped into any bit of what DPJ could have offered the second half of the season.
He had more. I mean, he did more than DPJ ever did this year.
This year, but I'm saying like in years, like last year, he almost had 900 yards. I feel like when Joe
DPJ
Flacco
do as a rookie.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't have the stats up.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm
not saying that Cedric Tillman's a bad player.
I'm just saying, what did we expect out of him?
We were talking about Cedric Tillman because I was saying I wanted Puka Nacua. I did a whole video on him.
Yeah.
And we talked about we brought up the Amon-Ra St. Brown thing again. Instead, we took Anthony Schwartz. Like, it's just stuff like that where it's just, I think we could use a little bit better evaluations on our prospects when it comes to certain positions, receiver being one.
You say you wanted Puka Nacua, but I remember you literally fist pumping when we drafted Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, because I was afraid they were going to take somebody like Jalen Hyatt, who I didn't like. I don't know. I mean,
I'm just saying you were very high on Tillman,
which is why I'm disappointed that he didn't.
But he's a third-round rookie. I'm just saying. It seems weird to me. We're sitting over here like
I'm not saying he's a terrible player.
We don't like Cedric Tillman. I thought Cedric Tillman played really well for being a thround rookie this year.
I thought he did okay.
I like the potential really moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, because there was times where I'm like, hey, I thought he was dominant, but I mean, when you have like Amari Cooper and like guys like that, I feel like you're kind of going to get pushed to the side. But I'm with like the chat and people saying like, I've been kind of disappointed with the progression of wide receivers. Like David Bell had moments to shine, but it was against, you know, Cincinnati in garbage time.
Now I'm definitely disappointed with the development of Bell from what he was in college.
You know, that's all. I think if we're going to look at positional, if there was a coach that was going to get fired, like out of our positional group, I think that one would have made sense to me a lot more than, you know, like Stump. I was just disappointed for, I guess, just from a fan base.
Unless, again, like with the positional coaches, if they're planning on letting whoever the new OC they hire
his own group,
bring his own like passing game, wide receiver type coach, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So Cedric Tillman, though, had averaged almost 11 yards a catch. Over 50% of his catches were for first downs. And he didn't start playing meaningful snaps until
I'm just saying 21 catches. I don't
know.
Yeah, but he didn't get on the field.
I totally understand he didn't get on the field. But that could also be a talent thing or whatever, a development thing.
You thought he would play over a healthy DPJ?
Can we talk about something else? Because this is stupid.
I'm just saying.
I set us all up for failure.
We can't just throw players under the bus and talk about players not developing.
I specifically said post DPJ trade. The expectations, it was like.
What did we expect? I had zero expectations for Cedric Tillman post DPJ trade.
That's fine. I had more. I had higher expectations.
Chat, you tell me. Should we have expected Cedric Tillman all of a sudden halfway through his rookie year to just have 800 yards receiving? Ooh. You guys tell me.
I don't remember saying 800, but that's cool.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dawgs Podcast. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter at the Dawgs Podcast. Get your thoughts on the show at thedawgspodcast.com.